In this video, I want to talk about how to speak more confidently and authentically in your YouTube videos. Speaking confidently and authentically is going to be really important because it's going to help you seem more passionate about what you're talking about and just be a more natural speaker, both of which are going to be really important if you want to have success on your channel. When I first started posting on YouTube about a year and a half ago, I really paid no attention to my confidence in the way that I was presenting myself on YouTube. So I saw very little success with my channel. It wasn't until about maybe a month or two ago that I really started focusing more on just improving my presence in front of the camera, and I've seen a lot more success that way. So by the end of this video, you'll know the 3 things that I did that helped me so much to be more confident on camera and just be more authentically myself and so much more natural. So to just jump right into things, the first step to sound more confident and to have a better presence on YouTube is to improve your self-esteem and your self-image. If you have a poor self-image, then it's just going to be so hard to sit here and try and film yourself on camera. What happens to me is when I sit down and try to film videos, all I can think about is how I look in the video. Like, I always think I look weird in my videos, so I just obsess over the fact of like, is the angle right? Are people gonna think I look weird? Did I make a weird face there? Like, how do I look when I'm saying this? All of that sort of thing. And all that does is just take away from the message that I'm trying to get across. Because what happens is when my mind is somewhere else and I'm focusing on everything but what I'm talking about, like, that's just taking away from the whole conversation. You know, like when you're talking to someone and you can tell like when their mind is somewhere else and like they're not 100% with you? That's how people are going to feel when they're watching your videos. Because you're not like fully immersing yourself in the conversation that you're having with your audience. Like, that's what this is. This is just a conversation between me and you. So like if I'm somewhere else and thinking about how I look and not what I'm saying to you, you're going to be able to tell. And that's not what you want. You don't want people to feel like you're distracted or you're thinking about something else, because it's going to, 1, take away from what you're saying, and 2, make you seem less natural, less authentic, and even more robotic. Because what happens is you're not going to be like thinking on your feet in the conversation and coming up with stuff as you're talking to yourself. All you're going to be doing is thinking about like what you rehearsed and like exactly word for word what you came up with to say for your videos. Because you're not just like naturally thinking like you would in a normal conversation where you're 100% focused on that. Your mind is elsewhere, and that's going to show up in the way that you're speaking. So the best way to overcome this is to just try and improve your self-esteem. And I know it's so much easier said than done, but just try your best to just like, no, you don't look as weird as you probably think you do on camera. Like, a lot of the weirdness just comes from your camera naturally distorting you, or like you're not used to seeing yourself that way, which is what happens to everybody. So it's not just you. Everybody struggles with this, I think. At least I think a lot more people struggle with it than they talk about. It's something I struggle with, at least. So you know you're not alone in that sense. And just try and focus less on how you look and just focus more on the message that you're getting out there, because that's how you're going to connect with people more so than the way that you look. So the second step to take if you're struggling with sounding confident and authentic in your videos, and this is especially helpful if you're struggling with coming up with content ideas that you feel connect with yourself. So this step is to just get away from your YouTube channel and focus your energy into yourself. So there's a couple things you can do. You can meditate, you can journal, or you can do what I like to do, which is to just sit in one spot and think. So if you take my approach, and that's just the sitting and thinking approach, what you're going to want to do is 1, clear all distractions. Like, get rid of your phone, make sure there's no people around, and make sure you're in a quiet spot where you feel relaxed and you can just think. Then there's kind of 2 routes you can go from there. And you're going to want to do both if you want to get the most benefits from this exercise. The first route is to just think about why it is that you're making these videos. Like, think about 5 years from now, what kind of videos are you making? Are you teaching people something? Are you being relatable? Are you sharing your experiences? Are you being helpful in some way? Like, what is your purpose for making your videos? And that's going to help you find like your purpose and your reasoning behind why you're doing these videos. Like, why are you putting so much effort into these videos? What is it that you want other people to get from you putting the work into this? That's going to help you like find your purpose, and it's going to help you like go back and just connect with why you are doing this in the first place. And then from there, that's going to help you just be more authentic in your videos because you can bring that purpose into your videos. Like, use that to figure out where you should go from here. So that is the first route, and then once you take that route, you want to take the second route, which is to just sit there and focus on being kinder to yourself. If you're struggling with your videos and like struggling with feeling confident and being authentic and being natural and all of that, chances are you're going to start getting really angry with yourself. At least that's what happens to me. When I start struggling with my videos, I start just getting so frustrated with myself. And that will show up in the videos that you're making. Like I was saying before, when you have like poor self-esteem, that's going to show up in your videos. So will like your anger and frustration at yourself. Your audience is going to be able to tell that you're feeling that way. Like it's going to create a more tense environment. And it's not going to be as like happy and welcoming as you want it to be. You have to remember that like it's true that how you feel about yourself on the inside is going to reflect on how you are perceived on the outside. Like it's going to change the way that you present yourself in these videos if you're feeling like frustrated and angry with yourself. So just take the time to just focus this loving energy towards yourself. Look at how far you've come versus how far you are from where you want to be. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself, and you don't need to keep tearing yourself down all the time. Just try to build yourself up in that time, and you're going to come out of there just feeling so much more like happy and relaxed and more confident in yourself. And that's going to be how you want to come off in your videos. You don't want to come off as tense and stressed and angry. That's what's going to cause you to like close off and be less authentic and less confident. You want to be calm, relaxed, happy, content with where you've made it this far. And that's how you're going to come off as authentic and more confident. Okay, so the third step to take if you're struggling with your confidence and sounding natural in your videos is to, again, think about yourself as a YouTuber 5 years down the line. Think about like who your ideal YouTuber self is going to be in 5 years. Then I want you to pretend that you're watching your videos as somebody else. You're no longer envisioning yourself like creating your videos, but instead now you're somebody else watching your videos in 5 years. Then I want you to just take note of like all the aspects of your videos. How do you look? How are you dressed? What's like the lighting? How are you speaking? Like all that kind of thing. Take note of that. And then each video that you produce from here on out, I want you to try and lean more and more into who that ideal person is that's you in the future. Because the truth is, you may have this ideal vision of yourself that you want to be in the future, and you're probably not there yet, but you're never going to get there unless you start chipping away at making progress towards that end goal of a person every single video that you make. So every video, just try more and more to lean into being that person who is your ideal self in the future. You may have like totally different things in that like ideal version of yourself. Like maybe you have a better house and a better background and you look better, like your hair is different or whatever it may be, like you're more confident. Like these may not be realistic end goals for you right now, but just work towards them as much as you possibly can right now. Like get the best background that you possibly can, be as confident as you can, do your hair the best you can, like whatever it is that you can do now, just each video try and improve something that gets you closer to where you want to be. This will give you the confidence in knowing that you're improving yourself every single video and that each video will be better than the last. You should also be confident and proud of each time you're getting closer and closer to that ideal end version of yourself that you want to be as a YouTuber in 5 years. So that was it for today's video. I really hope that this video helps you guys speak more confidently and just come on here and be authentically yourselves. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!